It's great to be here and see so many familiar faces. If you don't know me, my name is Jeffre, and I'm proud to be endorsed by the Southwest Ohio Green Party. I grew up in Cincinnati, went to school at a Cincinnati public school, School for Creative Performing Arts, where I got a great education. After that, I studied at the University of Cincinnati, and then jumped into the music business and was a part of a group called 98 Degrees. We got signed to Motown Records and traveled all around the world selling records and also selling all the great things about Cincinnati and all the great things that Cincinnati has to offer. Unfortunately, a lot of Cincinnatians don't seem to know all the great things that Cincinnati has to offer anymore. So we got to do a better job of selling Cincinnati back to Cincinnatians and to the rest of the world. We are the branding capital of the world in so many ways with our Fortune 500 companies, but we have a terrible self-image. I came back in 2001 to work on the light rail campaign, and I still believe that mass transit is very important, and we have to get moving on that front in a very serious way. It's not just about cleaning the environment, it's just also about quality of life, and the cost of energy, as we all know, is going to continue to rise. So we've got to get serious about the environment. As a member of the Green Party, I believe that good environmental policy is good economic policy 100% of the time. If you show me a polluter, I'll show you a subsidy. And we have to get serious about cleaning up our environment, and I support tougher environmental justice standards and legislation that has real teeth so that we can really get serious about cleaning up our environment. I also want to talk about crime. Of course, that's always a big buzzword around election season. And we don't just have a problem with crime, but we also have a problem with the perception of crime. But we can't talk about crime without immediately mentioning poverty. This city has been rated the third most impoverished city in the country, and that is disgraceful. I think it's 1 out of 3 is in poverty. And so until we deal with the economic disparity, we're never going to get serious and get smart about dealing with crime. And part of the reason that we have such a great disparity is we've seen our city have and city council have inverted priorities where we give corporate welfare to the favored few, most recently a $30 million garage for corporate Rex, but I'm sure you all can list off more things than I probably could that happened. And then at the same time, when it's time for budget cuts, the first thing on the list is health and human services. Now, I'm like most Cincinnatians, and a recent report came out and said about 94% of Cincinnatians believe that we should support health and human service funding. So I absolutely support the 1.5%, and I think if there's going to be any changes made to that number, it should move up, not down. Also, recently, we also the city council made retirees come down and throw a fit because they were threatening to take away some of their benefits. And that's the real problem with the inverted priorities that we've seen at City Hall. Again, we look out for the favored few, big campaign contributors, but we aren't looking out for the people. And I believe we need to put people first. And that's why I support the school levy. I support all the levies except for the jail. I believe that we need to invest in people and not in jails. And I don't believe that the comprehensive, so-called comprehensive safety plan is in fact comprehensive. And I don't believe that it fundamentally reforms our criminal justice system. And so I think that we've got to go back to the drawing board and get a real plan that is comprehensive and does deal with all the problems and the inefficiencies in our criminal justice system. We actually have a flyer going around from the Green Party, and I was very proud to be a part of a broad coalition of people from all across the political spectrum that work to give you all and the voters of Hamilton County a voice and a choice in this decision about a nearly $1 billion tax to build a new jail. And let's be clear, this is about building a new jail. I also want to talk about repealing City Council's marijuana ordinance, which Commissioner Topler, too, said in this very room is a major cause of overcrowding. He said the judges are telling him it's a major cause of overcrowding, it's inappropriate, it's unnecessary. And we looked at the numbers. Actually, Michael Patton, who is unfortunately not here, but he's a good candidate. I hope you all take a look at him and vote for him. From the law's inception until May 10th, there were 577 white people that were arrested under this ordinance. clearly there's a problem with this ordinance, and it's not just about locking people up. It gives people permanent criminal records, so there goes that scholarship, there goes that job opportunity, and I believe that we should have public policy that creates opportunities and doesn't take them away. So I think we need to repeal that, and I intend to work with the Vice Mayor and Roxanne Walls, and hopefully some of the newer, more progressive faces out there that I hope you all will take a look at, to repeal this. And so in closing, I'm glad to be here. We have the Cincinnati Beacon as a project that we've been working on to create more citizen watchdogs, so we have a more democratic media that really tells us what's happening, why it's important, why we need to know, and what we can do about it, because media reform is the key to election reform, and campaign finance reform is too important to be elected politicians.